Viewers and listeners, we are live, and this is your Seven City Shop Talk Sports Show, broadcasting live from the beautiful state of Virginia to you all over the world. We want to thank you for joining us in another episode of our brand of dysfunctional camaraderie. And as of now, this shop is open. And as if you can tell, this is a quick show. We are actually doing a quick halftime show and also Virginia Tech football prediction. So right off the bat, it looks like the basketball team is trying to get back to their winning ways. Of course, went out to the Bahamas, to the Caribbean, and took a beating from St. Joe's and Tennessee, and just didn't look like themselves. This looked a little bit more like what we're used to seeing out of the Virginia basketball program. But also, we're also playing Manhattan. Not trying to diss Manhattan, but it's not the same caliber team that we went out and faced. Those guys will be a Sweet 16 kind of a team that we faced while we were out there. Now, this is going to be definitely interesting coming into the second half. Looked like UVA came out of the gate on fire, then slowed up a little bit. They always have a lull in there. I don't know when's the last time UVA just went out, burned the team and just kept making shots and just never had a worry when it comes to scoring. And wound up scoring a little bit there at the end to push it back out. I think they got as close as 5 points. Manhattan did. Score is 38-31 at halftime. Buchanan with 8, Jacob Coffey with 8. So the big boys are doing some damage down low. And, of course, Isaac McNeely also, contributing with a 3 ball as well. But I'm just, I will be there Friday. I believe there's a game as well this weekend, and it's a game where I feel I don't like to use the word get right game, because that's something that always seems to always bite you in the butt. But a lot of the worry that we feel with the program is legitimate, and one of my guys in the media was like, we could be cruising into a real desperate, dire situation with our football coaching situation, our basketball coaching situation, and the AD situation. If you had a crystal ball to know how it was going to work out, I would challenge you to figure out where we're going to go next coming into the next sports season, from the end of spring, summer, going into the next fall, into the major sports. There's a lot on President Ryan's plate when it comes to trying to figure out who's going to be here to run his major sports programs. It's going to be interesting. But shout out to the team for trying to refocus themselves and kind of figure out exactly where they want to, what their game plan is. They have been playing more up tempo, which is what I wanted a little bit, and also, just playing a little bit more of the defense we expect. It's still giving up some buckets, but I think Dede Ames needs more time, in my opinion. I just think, his athleticism at that point guard position is just makes a difference. And, and play a little bit more up-tempo. So let's see what this basketball team does towards the second half. They should handle them handedly, this Manhattan basketball team, but they are scrappy. One thing about when you're playing Virginia, they are always going to get every team's best shot. Whenever you get an opportunity to beat a UVA basketball team, there's always the stigma of, hey, they have the best defense. Let's see if we can break their defense down and score on them as much as we can. And which is, the premise of most teams. But I think there's just a little extra juice, a little extra oomph when they play a UVA basketball program. So let's talk about the UVA versus Virginia Tech football game at Virginia Tech, 8 o'clock Saturday. Is it a foregone conclusion already some of my guys, some of my folks in the Seven City Shop Talk Sports team has already kind of said so. That it's pretty much already a foregone conclusion that UVA is out of this, and they're not gonna get to a bowl game. What's crazy about this? This is all for the marbles. This is two teams with 5 wins need one win to get to a bowl game. My question is, and I'm so curious about this, is how is Coach Elliott portraying that message, and how will the team respond, man? I am so, wanting to be a fly on the wall when he's in the locker room, when he's in the weight room, he's in the classroom with the guys, and he's talking to, these guys. And how did the players feel about this Virginia Tech game? And this has been proven to kind of be the case. It's like these Virginia Tech kids, these Virginia Tech boys feel like this is all that they have, and they go after this game like no other, and it tells by how many times they've won. There's a lot of games. I mean, UVA probably could have won over these past 15 years, and they've only won one game, one or two games in that time frame. I just feel like, you know, what is our focus? I think our focus is no turnovers. I think our focus is get the ball to our playmakers. I think the focus is we're going to try to run the ball, to try to make it even. You don't want to put it all on Calandria's plate. We need to run the ball because the man has been sacked 18 times in 2 games, at home for the past, like I said, 2 games. And then, of course, the game before last, he got sacked a little bit as well. The guy's just, been pummeled. Now, I don't think there's a different, there's going to be a different quarterback, as of what I understand right now. So, let's see what AC does. I know a lot of folks are calling for Musket and hoping Musket could get an opportunity to get a shot out there. But, I don't know if Musket is going to survive that either, that many times taking that many shots. And being that he's a little bit more pedestrian, even though he can run straight ahead, straight forward, he's a bigger, stronger guy. But he's also a little bit more of a pocket passer. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive that as well, that beating that Calandria has taken in the pocket, trying to escape, and some of the pressure of the offensive line. But some of these, we're going to win this game. It's squarely on the feet of our offensive line and also at our defensive line. They got some studs over there at Virginia Tech. There's no lie. They also have just some athletes on the offensive end, wide receiver, just everywhere, quarterback, running back. This is going to be a Herculean effort for this team. They have to do something extraordinary to beat this squad because they will be spirited, they will be ready, and they have so much to play for to keep their bowl streak alive. And why not get it done against your most hated rival, in us? But we can play spoiler. There's a lot we can do. I think it would help the program if the football program could get to 6 games and get to a bowl. It would help Coach Elliott out. It would also clear up a little bit for the offseason. I don't think they're gonna, if he definitely beats Virginia Tech, he's going nowhere. So that would probably clear up a little bit more from the coaching search. I don't think they are going to give a coaching search. I can't say that about offensive coordinators, some other positions on the offensive side, but they have to make some changes, when it comes to that, or just switch some things around. Maybe Coach Elliott is calling some more plays, or he's using a little bit more of his offensive prowess during the game and play calling. But I don't know. But there has to be some kind of differences there. But let's see how this team goes. 8 o'clock. Virginia Tech and Virginia. I said at SMU, I'm frightened to death. Before that game, I was speaking with my media guys in the press book, and they said, "How do you feel?" I said, "I'm frightened to death because that SMU team is full of talent, full of speed. A lot of those Texas boys come from them big high school football programs. Virginia Tech, I'm frightened to death as well, man. I don't know what to expect. I know the guys are going to play hard. Typically, 7 out of these, 8 out of these 11 games, the guys have played hard, and it was, close right down to the wire. But, these Virginia Tech games are a little different, man. I can't put anything into these games. There's no prediction that I think is going to be justified what's going to happen, but let's see what happens, guys. Looks like halftime's coming out for the UVA game here, so go watch the rest of this basketball game. We'll probably do a pregame, postgame for the Virginia Tech Hokie UVA game on Saturday night. But thank you, guys. Oh, there's a game Friday, duh. Also as well, and I will probably do something for that. But thank you for tuning in and hanging out. But as of now, the shop is closed. Wahoo Wah, go check them out against Manhattan. Here goes the second half. Thank you, guys. We love you, and we will see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.